Hey everyone, I know you're probably doing some research on how to get started in the online space, and one of the hardest things that I remember when I started in 2006 was trying to find exactly what I wanted to talk about or what I wanted to do. How do I get started? In 2006, I went into the online space. I just jumped in and I didn't think how everything worked. I said, oh, just create content and the money will start to roll in. But that's far from the truth. And you're probably doing the same thing and you're stuck on how do I find what I'm passionate about? What do I need to do? And I'm going to just I'm going to share not four P's, the three P's. I got my little whiteboard here. Hopefully, how to identify your passion. Of how to identify your passion when creating content, when starting an online business. This is over time, and I realized that if I had this at the beginning, things would have been much easier, but it's never too late to learn, even in your 50s. So let's get started. Now, a bit about my story before we get started is I started this in the online space in 2006, and I was just looking for a way to make extra income online. I was laid off, and that was one of the things that forced me to look for ways to make money online. I actually did a personal blog, I did drop shipping, I did private labeling, I did an ebook, I did a lot of stuff. So it's just certain things that over the years that I found out that there's a way to do things. There's a proper way to do things. And today I'm going to show you some of the first things. Here's my board, and we're going to start up here. So the first one is passion. The first, I would, what are you passionate about? Some of the things that you got to really think about is what can you do? I look at it like this way. If somebody came up to you and asked you a question about a topic that you are so passionate about. So like, let's say for instance, I love to, I just started playing golf not too long ago, and you know, I develop a passion. If somebody came to me and started talking a little bit about golf, I could be like, oh yeah, this is really great, or football. I'm a big football fan, and if someone came up to me and started talking about football, can I hold a conversation for a long time and not get bored of that topic? So that's one of the things that you have to do when starting a business online. What are you passionate about? So let's say for me, I love to cook. I love to eat. I love to cook. That's another passion, eating. If you're a big foodie, or like I said, I like to play golf. So like, let's say that's a passion of mine. Or I like to talk about NFL football. That's another passion. Or online, another passion of mine is online marketing. I could go on for days with that. So don't get me started. I really enjoy that. Or even mobile games or etc. When creating a list, and I would recommend, okay, when you're doing your passion, get a pen and paper and, write down between 1 to 10. And then write down all the things that you're passionate about. What can you talk about nonstop? What can you share? What can you, if someone came up to you and asked you, like if you're into gardening, can you talk for hours about gardening? Do you have a green thumb? So the one thing is, don't overthink it. Don't be, sometimes you might not think you're fully passionate about, but still write it down. Write down 10, like brainstorm 10 items that you are truly passionate about, where you can just talk nonstop about. That's the first step that you want to do, is when starting a business online. What are you passionate about? The next one is proficiency. After passion, proficiency. What are you good at? Like, when you look at the topics that if you did this right, you probably brainstorm that you have 10 stuff that you're passionate about. But what are you proficient in? So like, let's say with like, what can you see yourself as an authority figure in the things that you're passionate about? For instance, even though I am very passionate about golf, I'm not really good at it. And So I couldn't put myself in that authority figure because I just started. Do enjoy it, but I'm not proficient in it. So like let's say, or another thing is I love to cook, but do I feel that I'm proficient in it enough? Like, can I teach a cooking course of, hey, step eight? I could follow a recipe very well, but I think being a cook, taking stuff from here and there and creating a meal, I'm not very proficient in it. So like for me is the one thing that I am proficient in is online marketing. I love it. I've been doing this since 2006. I've been working in the online space as a risk analyst for an online company for 25 years. So I was exposed to a lot of marketing stuff, like how the companies did marketing, online marketing. So I have a lot of knowledge over the years, over 25 years of just being in that industry of how everything works in the online space. And then when I started my business in 2006, I already had knowledge. So I think I'm pretty proficient in that. So, and I'm very passionate about it. It's something that I don't mind talking about hours about it. I can teach someone. If somebody asks me, hey, how you do this? I can show them how to do a bit of online marketing. I'm not the top expert, but I have enough knowledge. And the one thing you have to realize, and you shouldn't be too, don't worry about being scared about, is sometimes you might say, well, I don't know enough. Trust me, you know enough. You know more than somebody that just started. So like, let's say if you're starting gardening and this is your first year you're doing gardening, and you decided that you're 2 steps ahead of the person who's just starting. So you have more knowledge than that person. So don't beat yourself up with it. Just go through the 5 to 10 passions, then narrow it down to maybe 2 to 4. What are you passionate about, and what are you proficient in those topics? Like, can you bring knowledge? Can you bring your knowledge to that passion? Before I go on to the last P, if you're looking for a step-by-step blueprint on how to get started with your own online business, type the word blueprint in the comments, and I would love to share a PDF on how to get started. And the last P is profit. How profit? So you've narrowed it down. Okay, so you went through passion, how proficiency you are in that topic, but you got to make sure that the thing that you choose is profitable. There's a lot of, you can start a business and it doesn't make any money because people are not passionate. You might be passionate about something, but someone else might not be passionate, and you might not be able to make money with it. But some of the ways that you can do, let's say if you decide to do affiliate marketing for that product. So like, let's say if I'm passionate about golf, let's say take golf for instance, and I could team myself up with, the golf club I use, the golf course I go to, or let's say the training course, I could be an affiliate to that training course of how to become a better golfer. So that's another thing. You can, attach yourself to that, or you can create an online course. So like, let's say I love doing online marketing. Can I create a course on that? Or you can think about it. Can you create a course on your knowledge that you can give to your audience? That's another thing. Or can you do an ebook or an audiobook or a book? I think doing affiliate marketing, it might be a little bit easier, but if you want to do an ebook, you can do it. So you got to look to see if those products, if that's all doable. If your passion, proficiency, and it's profitable, because there's no point in starting a business online and you find out 6 months down the road you capped out of how much money you can make. You can't expand it anymore. So I ran into those situations, but you have to really think about those things before getting started. And there you have it. Those are the 3 P's on how to identify your passion. So it's passion, profit, and proficiency, so that you can, this is going to help you narrow down, like you're getting started. in the online space at the age of 50 plus, you've been doing your career for the last maybe 15, 20 years, and now you're ready to just start online. This is the best way to get started. Just start writing the stuff down and narrow down what you want to do online. If you found this very helpful, it would be great. I would love if you just subscribe to my channel, hit the like button to make sure that tells YouTube that you guys like my videos, and hit the bell notification so if anytime I upload a video, you to be first to be notified. Okay, I hope this helps you, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.